I live in Toledo. I live a long way away from here, but we got here safe and sound. Thank you for coming out here tonight and to see me and to get your book signed. I'm happy to sign whatever you want. I'll stay as long as it takes. So nobody's going to get shut out. And if those of you at the end of the line want to go shopping someplace else and come back, that's okay too. Or you can go get something to eat and you can come back later, that's okay too. This book, The Timekeeper, if you're here for that, I always try to tell people what a book is about a little bit so that they're not surprised. And it's similar in style to The 5 People You Meet in Heaven, if you read that book. It's a fable. It's kind of a magical book about how we're so obsessed with time that sometimes we spend more time worrying about how efficient we are and not really living our lives. And it kind of follows the very first person to invent time, first person to like put a stick in the ground and start to measure the shadows. And he's punished for doing this and is forced to live in a cave where he has to listen to all the voices of all the people who come after him complaining about time, until he finally sort of learns that the point is not to count the minutes, the point is to make the minutes count. And he's sent back to Earth with an hourglass, and he comes in 2012 and sort of has to find one young person and one old person and kind of teach them the true meaning of what time is about. And if he does that, he's finally allowed to sort of finish his destiny. So if you know someone in your life who's going a little too fast or doesn't really have their priorities maybe where they should be, or needs to just be reminded that time is a very precious thing, then this is a good book for them. If that doesn't sound right, you can pick up a John Grisham book and I'll sign that for you. As John Grisham. I'll just fake it. I always ask if I come out to a book signing that if there's any older people in line who might be using a cane or a walker or just having a hard time getting around, please let them come to the front, people here at Barnes Noble. And also if there's anybody with young children, please don't make them stand in line. You don't want to stand behind them anyhow, and it's very difficult, so take care of them first and let them get on their way. As far as what to sign or how it works, I try to make book signings the most friendly experience you can, so this is as easy and as pain-free as possible. If you get to the front and you forget somebody, and you say, oh, I should have gotten one for Uncle Charlie, you don't need to go to the back of the line and start all over again. Just grab one off the desk here, which we'll have, and you can pay for it on the way out. It's Toledo. Everybody knows where you live, so you can't go anywhere. And as far as what to sign, a lot of times people come up to me and they say, oh, I don't know, you're the writer, you're the writer, you're the writer. So this time around, I just came with a standard phrase. If you can't think of anything else that you want me to sign, I'll be happy to just sign the phrase, time is precious, which seems to fit most people on most occasions. If you would prefer Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or anything like that, I'm happy to do it. Just not a real long essay about, to your son about what it takes to get into the journalism business, because this isn't probably the best spot for that. Other than that, yeah, I think that covers it. Other than to say just thank you so much. Toledo has always been a very, very warm spot for me. Whenever I come down, there's always people here waiting, which I find amazing since it's a different state than even I live in. But I know some of you listen to our show on WJR, can get it down here, and we thank you for that. And I never take for granted that I have readers of any kind. I remember going to bookstores when my very first collection book came out and there was nobody in the bookstore. And I sat around at a table for almost an hour, and finally somebody came over and asked me if I could show them where the cookbooks were. So I never take audiences for granted, and I'm very, very grateful for you to take some time during the busy Christmas season to come out and see me. So I'll look forward to meeting all of you. Thank you very much. God bless you, and happy holidays. And let's get started. Okay. That's it. No, I think we're good. Yep, we're good. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Okay. Is there a church group from Toledo?
Yeah, it was up in
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, Crossroads.
Right. Oh. Well, I hope they had a good time down there. That's great. All these stuff.
This was signing over that. walk down there to the end, just have to register and pay for that. Yeah, you know, so you don't have to go back and down.
Yeah. Trying to make it easy for you.
And then you say that.
Your particular way you like it?
Not that.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you for coming to see me.
We'll
Pleasure
pass
meeting
that
you.
over,
Thank you
and
so
you
much.
can just come over and Mr. Albom.
Okay, thank you.
How's it going? Thanks for coming out and seeing me. Appreciate it. So, Deborah Warner?
That's right. A couple people asked if you minded people to take pictures. Doesn't seem to be a problem.
That's
Anybody else on the line that I didn't see?
there you go.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you for coming out and seeing me. God bless you.
Maybe they're
Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming out and seeing me. Oh, really? Okay. In high school? Oh, so I was homework.
Very easy home.
Oh, easy homework? Oh, short books. Good. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. This is for you. What you did? That's a word. The arts are creativity. I was a musician when I started writing. I never studied writing. Yeah, piano player. I thought I'd never be really, but I think learning how to play piano and creativity with it actually helped me as a writer. Writing when I was in my 20s. You know, you may start photography, writing, photography, painting. It's all part of it. Just surround yourself with good art, you know, of all kinds. Writing, whatever.
Yeah, but since I was a little girl.
You're all set. You gotta take care of yourself.
Sorry.
Reddit phone. Reddit phone. Yeah. Anyone over 20 is in trouble with those cameras.
It's probably supposed
Let's try this.
Good evening, Barnes Noble customers. Anyone with an orange ticket for the Mitch Albom signing, go ahead and get into line. Thank you.
Got it? Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming out. How's it going?
All right.